Hello guys, this is Spicy, and wow, this is a review on the Bandai High Grade Universal Sentry HGUC 144 scale Acguy. And believe it or not, this is quite possibly one of the best HGUC kit I have ever built. It's actually really cool, and I'm surprised it took me so long to actually get around to building this guy. At first I was really not a fan of, Zeon amphibious mobile suits. I used to think that they just look ridiculous, but they kind of grew on me after building almost all of them now. I think the only one I'm missing right now is the Hguc, and this one's no exception. This is probably the most iconic Zeonic amphibious mobile suit ever. And first off, let's take a look at the box and then we'll talk about this kit some more. So this was released in 2007, making this kit about 11 years old. Anyway, here we have some more pictures of the Acguy. Pretty cool. And here we have all the gimmicks. It's actually got quite a bit of gimmicks, which is pretty cool. And the retail price in Japan is 1,400 yen. You can find this kit around $18 in North America. And we only have one full sticker here, and that's for the mono eye. And then we have the instruction manual. Here is made from super hard steel alloy. It's got Vulcan guns, 6 missile launchers, mega particle gun, Vulcan gun, and iron nails. This is the iron nail, and I'll talk about the rest of the armaments. So here we have all the pictures of the Acguy. You can see right here, this is the mega particle gun, and the Vulcans is actually on the head, which is pretty cool. And then obviously these are the missile pods. You can do a lot with the arm gimmicks. They come with multiple joints, so you can extend the arm if you like. And yeah, the rest of it, just talk about all the gimmicks. So anyway, this is quite possibly the most successful Gunpla kit ever. And why is that? Because from the Acguy spawns the Beargguy, and there's many versions of the Beargguy, and from the Beargguy spawns the Petitgguys, the Puchigguys, and the Chinagguys. So technically, this guy has his own line, although like his descendants have nothing to do with Universal Sentry and should not be taken seriously. However, it's very popular. So anyway, as you can see, even for such a sort of a bulky kit, it's actually got some really good articulation and makes for some great posability. It's got this extended arm right here with the iron nail and the mega particle cannon. So yeah, let's talk about all its gimmicks. First off, the kit is actually really detailed, but a lot of the parts are actually covered up via the armor system. So let me show you, for example, here you can push this part out and you can see all the details molded into the forearm, and that's just covered up right here. And right here on the hand you have interchangeable parts. You can swap out hands like that. This is like the claw before its deployment, and once it's deployed it looks like that right there. So, and here we have the missile pods right here. This is just a standard missile pod hand. And then right here we have the missile pod hand with the mega particle cannon right here. So that's pretty cool. And you can also cover up this joint right here to make it like the one you see in the I think the Ace MS team, where one of his arm is missing, which is pretty cool. And you can use the extra joints here to extend the arms if you like. So yeah, you can have that. Let's attach this one right here, and then have this one like that. So yeah, there's many options for customization. And if you want a longer arm, just take the joints out and then connect it to this arm, or vice versa. So that's actually pretty cool. Even the legs got some really cool gimmicks. So I'm gonna pull off one of the legs and show you. So right here, you can remove the armor bits to reveal more details like that. That's really cool. This is very simple. Maybe you can do like some battle damage or something like that, which is very interesting. And let me show you one more gimmick. Then we'll talk about the articulation. Even the head has its own gimmick. So basically what you can do here is you can remove this whole head section right here, like that. This whole dome can be removed, revealing the Vulcan pots on the head, which are very cool. Then you can actually adjust the mono eye via these tracks. So yeah, you can go all the way forward, all the way back, and then you can go side to side, like that. So that's really cool. You can move the mono eye along this track, and all you have to do is put the dome back on, like that. So that's actually super cool. Okay, so yeah, another gimmick here, you can remove this whole clear section if you like. Hang on. Yeah. There we go. Let's move the mono eye back in its center location. Basically what you can do is remove these armor parts, like so. Very simple to do. I'll just cover up the head section like that. So it's pretty cool, very customizable. Now we can see the track underneath. I personally prefer it with the dome attached because I think it just looks better that way. So I'm going to just put it back to that mode, like so, like that. I just prefer having that clear part. Okay, and on the bottom here we have the connection port here for the action base. And let's go ahead and convert this back to the normal mode without all the crazy gimmicks. Pop this out. Pop this part out like so. Remove the iron claw. Oops, I removed the whole entire arm accidentally. As you can see, each and every one of these claws are individually articulated, which is very nice. And this cover just goes onto the claws, and I guess I'll do that off screen later. But anyway, let's go ahead and pop this back on here. This is actually a very fun kit to build, and I think I'm just gonna leave it as is without doing extra paint to it, because it's a kit that you can really play around with. So it's actually really nice. So okay, here we have the Acguy in its standard mode, and let's talk about the articulation. So the feet is actually on a hinge right here. It's on the ball joint and a hinge, so you can actually move the feet out like that. You can hinge it out like so, and you can rotate that 360. It's a ball joint, however, since the feet so big, I guess you can't really rotate it 360, but you can get the ankle rockers out there, and then you actually have a double jointed knee, which is really nice. And you also have a thigh cut, which is surprisingly nice. And we do have a universal joint here. So that is really, really good articulation. And on the arm, we have a polycap attached to the ball peg, so you can hinge that out back and forth. The shoulder armor is actually just like floating. It's just attached right here, like that. So you can have very nice free range of motion there for the shoulder armor. And the only problem is that sometimes it gets in the way if you remove the arm, but yeah, probably not going to be doing a lot of that. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and plug this back in. Obviously we have a ball joint here for the arm, and each one of these individual joint is connected via ball joint, so you have very good articulation for that. Can rotate this. There's also a hinge here for the elbow, so you can move that. And the head you can hinge upward. There's like a little hinge in the neck, so you can move that up, and then you can rotate the head 360 via the ball joint. And like I said before, you can move the mono eye via the track system. And overall, this is just it's a very fun kit to build, and it's also a very fun kit to play with. In fact, I could not help myself. This is probably like the only Gunpla kit that I actually play around with for a while. So yeah, it's definitely very sturdy, very solid, and actually very fun. It is so cool that I decided not to put any water slide decal on it, because I'm just gonna probably have this sitting on my desk at work or something and just mess around with it all the time. And yeah, also forgot to tell you, the thrusters on the back has articulation too. So yeah, I definitely see the appeal. I guess this is why the Beargguys, the Petitgguys are always so popular in the Gunpla world, even though, at first I thought it was just kind of like a weird thing, but it makes sense. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking up this kit. If you can find it, I definitely recommend picking it up. And that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys find the information helpful. Thanks for watching.